Well, then, I guess it is 6 o'clock. It is time to call to order this regularly scheduled meeting of the Redevelopment Commission. Executive Director, can I have a roll call, please?
You may. Sharon C. Bryant.
Here.
Jimmy Dillahunt. Sarah Proctor.
Here.
Leander Morgan Jr.
Here.
Steve Strickland. Julius Parham.
Here.
Kit Paraguay.
Here.
Beth Walker.
Here.
Tabari Wallace.
Here.
Rick Prill. Barbara Best. Hazel Royal. And Steve Strickland. Here.
Right on.
Madam Chair, you do have a quorum.
Excellent. Thank you very much. The first item on our agenda is to consider approving the agenda. Thank you, Mr. Huff, for getting it out to us all so we could see what was on the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve it?
I make a motion that the agenda be approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Appreciate y'all's expediency there. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the agenda is approved. The next item on the agenda is to consider the approval of the minutes from July 9th. They are also in your packet. You should have had time to read through those. Are there any comments on those? Anything that needs attention? Or can I have a motion to approve those minutes?
Make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
Okay. Have a motion and a second. And no one has any comments. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all opposed? And the minutes from July 9th are also approved. Next up, and look, we have it on our screens tonight. Isn't that beautiful?
I mean, I just noticed that when I looked up. This is awesome.
All right. I'm going to read our mission statement, and then we will read our guiding principles together. The New Bern Redevelopment Commission is leading the way for community transformation and improvement by directly addressing community needs in the vital areas of public health, infrastructure, housing, and economic development. The Commission is committed to an accountable, transparent, and publicly driven process. I'm going to start with you, Commissioner Proctor, on the first one.
Past, present, future, equal time.
Respect others' opinions.
Listen to build consensus. Share accurate information, public perception.
Stay focused, be action-oriented.
Believe.
Everybody join Commissioner Paraguay. Believe. Very nice. Thank you, everybody. At this point in time, we have time for public comment. And I don't think we have any public comment. Is that correct? I see 2 people in the audience, but nobody looks eager to approach the microphone. Okay. Well, then we will go on to, as your packet has, we'll go do the old business first and then the new business. Okay? So the old business, first item is to consider a resolution accepting a sealed bid for the purchase of 911 Eubanks Street. And as we were just talking about how long you've been on the commission, Commissioner Proctor? That was your first one, you and Commissioner Bryant.
Yes.
Yes. So I am very happy to have this in front of us. We received a bid for the house at 911. It was a qualified bid. Is it the only bid we've received?
That's correct.
Okay. And the bid was from the Lovick family for $60,000. And as it's qualified, it's up to us now to accept that and move forward with that house being occupied by a family. It's been a while. We've learned a lot on this project.
Lord, have we?
We have. And so I don't know if anybody has any questions about that. All the information, I believe that came out in the amendment.
That's correct.
Not the documentation, the offer to purchase, the check, the letter, all the qualifications were in there.
Yeah. So the original packet was sent out on the day that the bidding closed, and so we didn't have the information so that we could introduce the amendment until after the bid closed. So that's why the amendment came late, but it was all in the amendment. So does the commission have any questions about the bid, about the process, anything at all?
What was remind me what the appraisal on the house was?
So the appraisal on the house was $137,000, and so the way that the lien and mortgage will be structured to ensure owner occupancy will be the principal mortgage will be $60,000 should you accept this bid, and then a second and silent lien will be placed on the property for the delta between the market rate and the bid. So that will stay there for a period of 10 years without changing, and for the last 10 years it will decrease every year 5%.
Okay. And for clarity, if we approve this tonight, does it still have to go before the alderman? Or
That's
will be the
correct.
final say? Okay.
So we will approve the resolution accepting the bid, and then we'll send it to the Board of Aldermen and present it there so that they can approve the sale. The sale of any real property has to be approved by the Board of Aldermen.
Okay.
Will the
Yeah, absolutely.
will the aldermen see this? Will they kind of peek back at this and look at? Would they see our transcript to hear our sentiments in regard to this, or is it just a straight drop off?
I will do everything I can to reach out to them to make sure that they're as well informed about the process. And I mean, I have talked to quite a few of them, including the mayor and the city manager, to keep them apprised of the process as we've gone along.
Okay. All right. Just for the record, I wanted to say at the beginning of this process, we actually, this is what we wanted to do to make sure this house, even though we put so much into it, actually got to a family that was from the community, was truly low income. My understanding in our conversations, I think one of them works in the social services realm, giving back to the community. The other one has his own business, from my understanding, a barber, giving back to his own, giving back to the community. That's what we did this for. So I know it might be a little heartburn with the 60 to the 127, but this is what we did it for. So if they do happen to look at this transcript, I just wanted to make sure this is all right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And it is. And like I said, our original plan for the house was to have it as a transitional housing, which was not going to work. And this is a higher, better use for the property. So I'm excited we finally have a bid for it.
Second seal bid too. Second time around with this.
All right.
One quick question, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So just to, I appreciate the fact that the actual submission includes a reference to the additional lien that will be placed there. That was my very first question whenever this came about, was that, I guess, the level of detail discussions we've had with the person of that lien and their understanding of it. So we're to make sure of that. And then because there is a presentation of income that's attached to it, should that income change over time, will that impact her in this house?
No. So HUD is only concerned with the household income at the time of the transaction. Actually, the hope of programs like this and programs that HUD puts on is economic mobility. And so our hope is by helping families this way, that they won't always be low to moderate income. This will be a wealth mobility tool for them, and that won't be the reality forever for them.
Okay. Just wanted to double check that since it is very close to the threshold.
Absolutely.
It is very close to it.
One final question. Riding by there today, the car parking situation is questionable. Does everyone know where that property line really is? The neighbors, I should say.
Yeah.
So that they do not infringe
Fence
upon
got to
it.
be moved.
Yes. So the question and the conversation has come up multiple times. I will say personally, every time I've gone over to the neighbor and respectfully asked them to move their cars, they know the boundaries. They have no problem moving their cars, and they know that someone's moving in there, and they're prepared to respect the boundary lines. So it's one of those things. When there is space, people will use it, and so now that space is being used differently, should this go through, we expect different behavior.
just love that we are in the place of accepting this seal bid. One more question? Yeah.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, when the city sells property like this, assuming the aldermen approve it, what do the tax records show 60 as the purchase price, or do they take into account the second lien? Just on the, you see the sale price?
So the city doesn't maintain those records, the county tax office will. So
Okay.
in the GIS system, very often the county tax assessor will associate the sales price, whatever it was. They generally do not associate any lien documents with just the portal that's the quick view, but all of the documents that are associated with any liens attaching to the property would be publicly available documents.
Okay.
Okay. Great questions. Any more? If there's no more questions, can I get a motion to accept the sealed bid?
So
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. And another question?
No.
Okay.
I was going to make a motion, but
Just find out. Okay, more motion. Okay.
So Sarah, I had to do it for you.
yeah, appreciate that.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Do we need a roll call vote for this, or just a?
You can do a roll call.
Okay. Would you help me out with that?
Absolutely. Sharon Bryant,
Yes.
Sarah Proctor,
Yes.
Leander Morgan,
yes.
Steve Strickland,
Yes.
Julius Parham,
Yes.
Kip Paraguay,
Yes.
Beth Walker,
Yes.
Tabari Wallace.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion carries. All right, we have a resolution to accept that bid. That makes me very happy. Okay, so the next thing is to consider a resolution accepting the offer to purchase 821 West Street. If you remember, we had the information, and I might get the name wrong, but for Mr. Arenas. He provided his proposed residence plan, and we initiated the upset bid. And I believe no other bids were received. So this is the resolution we have in our packet, is to sell at the bid price of $6,375. And I believe we've looked at it and talked about it a lot, but if there's any questions, I'll be happy to hear from the commissioners. Anyone? You have a question, Commissioner Morgan? Okay. You were looking expectant.
I do have one question.
Yes.
So we're putting a restriction, and I see that he signed and approved the restrictions. One of them is that it's got to commence construction within 12 months of purchase. Remind me, what happens if they don't? Does it revert, or because they'd be in breach of that restriction, but what's the consequence?
In the past, if we've gotten close to that reversion, there's always an option to modify the agreement.
Okay.
But if the person fails to abide by the restrictive covenants, the Redevelopment Commission has all the remedies at law to enforce the covenants.
Okay.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to accept this offer to purchase 821 West Street?
So moved.
Second.
And the motion should be to approve, to accept the bid, the final bid for 821 West Street. I think that was that the motion, Ms. Proctor?
Yes,
Okay.
that was the motion.
Is that your second, Mr. Morgan?
It is.
Okay.
So I have a motion and a second, and we've had a chance to answer some questions. Do we need a roll call vote for that resolution?
You can if you'd like. But you can do
Why
a voice
not?
vote.
It sounds good.
You got it.
I would like that.
Sharon Bryant,
Yes.
Sarah Proctor,
Yes.
Leander Morgan,
Yes.
Steve Strickland,
Yes.
Julius Parham,
Yes.
Kip Paraguay,
Yes.
Tabari Wallace,
Yes.
Beth Walker.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Two good items of old business resolved. Nice. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for that. So the new business is the 2025-26 officer elections for the Redevelopment Commission. And in our last meeting, our executive director asked for nominations for both chair and vice chair. And I believe everybody provided those to you, so I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen of the commission, several nominations were presented. Each of those nominations were presented to the candidates nominated, and of those on your ballot tonight, Julius Parham has accepted the nomination for chair, and that is uncontested. And Tabari Wallace has accepted the nomination for vice chair, and that is uncontested. You will note on your ballot that there is a place for you to write in things should you decide to do so from the floor. At this time, I would ask for you to make out your public ballot and sign it, and I will collect it and inform you of who your new chair and vice chair are.
And just so you know, Mr. Executive Director explained that these are public ballots, so these ballots will be retained in the record. So any notations that you make on the ballot will be retained in the public record. And just make sure that you include your name.
Better scratch that one.
I was writing it out.
That's it. I need to scratch out what I wrote up. Oh, I got mercy.
I didn't say anything bad.
I voted for none of the above.
Thinking out of
They are both excellent and capable candidates. Not already.
The suspense of the ballot counting.
Really.
Madam Chair, you have no write-ins. The election is unanimous. The chair for the 2026 fiscal year will be Julius Parham, and the vice chair for the 2026 fiscal year will be Tabari Wallace.
Excellent.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Congratulations.
That concludes our election of officers.
And I believe that concludes our new business. The next agenda item is back to you, Executive Director, for the staff report.
All right. Over the past month, our work has continued to advance in steady, meaningful ways. The financial report included in your packet remains largely unchanged from last month. Our general fund balance currently stands at $850,330.41. The governing board has passed the text amendment recommendation made by this commission, which allows the relaxed setbacks and dimensions to apply to residential development outside of specific overlays in the redevelopment district. This is a significant step in creating more flexibility and opportunity for residential projects within our district. So if you have any questions about that before I go on to the next small item, I'd entertain those, but it's pretty mundane. Our text amendment got passed and our budget is on target.
That sounds good too.
All right,
It's all
very
good
good.
news tonight.
An issue has been identified regarding the minutes from our May 14th meeting where we did not have a quorum. In the absence of a quorum, minutes are not permitted, as official minutes must report on commission action, and no action is authorized without a quorum. So last month, I presented I presented a document labeled minutes from that meeting, which were considered and approved by this body. As this was an error, I am asking the commission to rectify the record by making a motion to revise the previously circulated document to strike out any reference to minutes and include in the record a document from my office labeled a statement of the gathering we had on 5/14/25. Madam Chair, would you entertain that motion for me?
Absolutely. Did everybody understand? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I need a motion to change those from minutes to a statement for the documents.
I'll move to change the 514 document to be labeled a statement rather than minutes. Is that what we say?
Second.
It's pretty close. Is that good?
So what staff is asking for is twofold. one, to strike any reference to minutes in the previously circulated document, and to have staff add a statement to the record chronicling what happened at the gathering. Is that your motion?
So moved, yes.
Is that your second, Mr.?
It is.
Thank you.
All right. If there's no more questions, can I say all in favor of
Yes.
accepting that motion? Say aye. Aye. And all opposed? And that motion carries as well. And that will be changed to a statement.
Thank you so much. Last, I just want to, on behalf of the administration and the city of New Bern, I want to extend our deep gratitude to Beth Walker and Kip Paraguay for their nearly 8 years of dedicated service to this commission. Page turn. Both Beth and Kip took on the monumental task of helping to craft the redevelopment plan and then working diligently to implement it. Together with a few others here, they engaged our community to listen. They partnered with stakeholders to plan and have been integral parts of the success of our projects. Both Beth and Kip have served as chair and vice chair, offering steady guidance and commitment. Your contributions have shaped the work and legacy of this commission, and while your terms are concluded, the Board of Aldermen will soon begin reviewing applications for your seats. So we know that you will be there if we call on you in the meantime, and we thank you for that. Beth and Kip, your dedication is deeply appreciated, and tonight we say a heartfelt thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, that concludes my staff report, unless there are any questions.
That is awesome. Any questions? And I do not believe we have a need to go into closed session tonight, which is our next agenda item.
We do not.
Okay. So, can I get a motion for adjournment?
Nope, hold up. This comes from the, sorry, then we'll go. We got some things to do. I think. Okay, but
as the only officer left before Mr. Barham takes the gavel,
I wanted to say that Kip was always knowledgeable, attentive, and very tactful.
and he probably had the best off-site meeting spot that I think we've had over the past 8 years.
That mansion we went to over there across the bridge. So, but I really consider you a friend, Kip.
And with that, it's not goodbye. See you later. All right, my friend. In 8 years, I think we tighten down, bro. Still need your help in that house, but we'll talk about that offline.
Always
Always. Also, Beth, my partner right here, y'all do not know the whispers and the conversations that back and forth while we're sitting here going through this. But I think we got real close. Y'all don't know this, but we left there one day, and it's one good thing about Beth. She always answers the phone. And that's the thing that's lost in this internet age, is answering the phone. Beth always answered the phone, but one night she got locked. She left her keys in here. And certain people wasn't answering their phone, so we was walking around and driving around the city trying to get her in the house. It was a long time. We got real tight that night, but we got in the house. We finally got in the house. So we did. But I just wanted to say, you always handle things with tact and care. The love for your fellow commissioners was always there. And somehow or another, no matter what you were presented with on this particular panel, you handled it with grace and care. And I just hope, and empathy, and I hope me and Mr. Barham can take a page out of your book and be able to lead kind of in that stead. But we wanted to say you are the perfect illustration of selfless, and we thank you so much for the years you provided to the city. Thank you so much, my friend. Okay.
Thank you.
That's all I want to say. Sorry to belabor it.
No, and I want to say that is the privilege of working with the Redevelopment Commission, is we have all worked and attended things outside of this boardroom, wherever it was, at different times. And that is what it takes to get this kind of work done, is to work together as a team and acknowledge, we go through our what do they call it, our mission statement and our goals. But I think we do that to remind ourselves each time that we really do need to respect each other, to listen to others' perception, and I appreciate that everyone that I've been working with, and there are 3 commissioners still on this board that started the day I did, and they are still here. So,
And an attorney.
And an attorney. So I know y'all are capable of keep doing the work. And tonight is such a positive one to see 2 projects that we've had for a while on the books finally come to closure. So that's good.
Well, I would just like to say that my little short term of being up here on this board, I have been truly enjoyed working with you and Kip. So thank you for encouraging me to be still up here. And Sarah, we got this.
Also, very briefly, Madam Chair, while you are still chair, thank you so much for your unwavering support and your leadership. You have truly been a master of different emotions, and you have dealt with a lot of our emotions at different times, whether it be an open or closed session. You have always handled yourself with grace and professionalism, and I just want to say thank you. We will never know the tireless hours that you have put in behind the scenes and the things that you have, the time that you have spent away from your family, that you have spent serving this commission. And Kip, I've probably known you longer than anybody in this room.
Don't scare you.
We go back to the 70s, to where you gave tirelessly to some young people, and you opened your family, you opened your heart, and you opened yourself, and you have never wavered from any of that. And I just want to tell you both, thank you.
This is a good team.
Yeah, it's a good team.
And the work we do is not always easy and not always fun, but it is important. So I appreciate everybody's kind words, and I've told our executive director I still support the Redevelopment Commission and will continue to, if I'm not sitting here as the chair.
And I'm hoping that the Board of Aldermen realized that there was no term limits. And that these 2 members here will be reappointed.
Well, there is a clause in the thing that says that they can come back the next day. So we just have to go ahead and vote them back in now.
Madam Chair,
Okay, can I get a motion? I need to come up for air here. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, I got a motion? And a second.
Kim, you're supposed to be quiet.
And all in favor say aye. Aye. And all opposed? And we are adjourned. 6:27.
Nice.